Welcome, friends. It's me, your old pal Gravie, 314. Apparently, big in the news is that the Prince George was playing with a gun or with a fake gun. So Prince George had pictures taken where him and I think his siblings were playing with fake guns, and everyone's been outraged. I think we forget. I think the UK has mandatory army service, so I don't think it's a bad deal. Him playing with guns. In the US, we don't have mandatory um, military service. You can serve if you want, or you don't have to serve if you don't want. That's a place where we shouldn't have play guns because most people don't serve the armed forces in the US. I don't know how we do it. I think it's robots. Oh, and get this: Trump pulled out of the UN. This is the third time he pulled out of the with the Iraq nuclear deal, and he pulled out of the Paris Accord. Let's see. The Iran deal. So apparently, our president loves to pull out of deals. I guess he just can't finish any deals. Yep, that's our president. Pervy all the way. That's all I got. Come on, I'm not a writer, okay? So, what else? I just can't believe that we're out of the UN. And, and I'm telling you, in our climate of political things, you always have to take the opposite of their saying. So if they say that they're pulling out of the UN Human Rights Council because of human rights, it's usually the opposite. It's because, I mean, come on, we're separating family members. I was on last night on a chat. I wouldn't say I was trolling, but I played devil's advocate where I say the opposite stance that I believe in. So I was saying, I wish that I had kids so that Trump could separate me from my children. Because hey, I need a break. And I'm saying, why separate them? Why not just like eliminate them? I mean, they're not humans; they're illegals. Just shoot them all. Just put them up against the wall, and bam, 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 bam. Just get rid of them. No one's going to come in our country if Trump says, you know what? If you come in our country and you're illegal, firing squad. And Trump will pay for the bullets. And he can work it around where it's the Democrats' fault. He's blaming everything on the Democrats. I don't know what the Democrats are doing to him. I mean, they must be like all coming into his bedroom at night, like Trump. Yeah, who is it? It's the Democrats. We need to talk to you. Oh, come on, I'm trying to sleep. Come on, when you need to do these things, you need to separate parents from their children. You need to talk about some crazy thing. Remember when Reagan was talking about Star Wars and everyone was like, Star Wars? He's an idiot. Yeah, but don't call it Star Wars. Call it Space Force. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, he's just using that stamp way too many times. Oh, it's the Democrats. The Democrats made me do it. The Democrats made me do it. Really? Really? Are we supposed to believe that the Democrats are making you do all this stupid crap? I mean, it's like in Babylon 5 when they had that thing on when the what was the what were they called? It wasn't the Narns. It was Londo's people, the Minbari. When the Minbari had that thing on their neck that like controlled everything that they did. That's what Trump is saying. I have this thing on my neck that's controlling everything I did. You've had that thing on your neck is your head, and you're loony. VHS. I don't know what that means. Canada Senate legalizes marijuana. Oh, I heard that New York's changing their rules. If you're on parole, if you have anything bad, they will arrest you for marijuana. They stopped that for a while, but now Only certain people can have marijuana. Crazy. My state still will shoot you if you have marijuana and then plant a gun. Hey, he had a gun. How do you say his name? Extension. Apparently, he got shot. He was only 20 years old. Hmm. So young. Too young. Scratch and sniff stamps. Who comes up with this crap? And they're going to be like extra money. So the scratch and sniff stamps. I don't know. I started work on my project yesterday. Back on it. I don't know. I think I complained too much. But then I wouldn't have a show, right? I mean, I just keep on thinking how NASCAR horror story. I just keep on thinking how, you know, my friend just abandoned me on the project when I begged him. I said, please, you got to get back to work. I mean, yeah, I pissed him off, but that's because he was saying stupid shit. He just kept on saying. So, all right, let me say this story again, just so I know that you know, and it makes my head not hurt so much. So, my friend, um, one weekend, decides to work on our project. And so I'm like, okay, whatever, whatever. I don't care. I have a lot of schoolwork to do because he only had like two classes. I think one of them was a non-credit class. He wasn't getting credit for it, so he didn't have to do anything in it. He wasn't getting a grade. So he comes in on Monday and he says the project is 90% done. I'm like, no, it's not. Yeah, it is. I made it. It's 90% done. I'm like, no, it's not. I don't even have to see what you did. It's not 90% done. You're insane. Why would you think that it's 90% done? I mean, because you only worked on one form, and the idea is that there's ARD, I was working, FSD, he was working, CV, he decided to work on, which whatever. So he did two forms, and then there was the reports that our customer wants generated, and then he wants to be able to review the contributions. That's five things, and you only worked on two. How is that 90%? How is that possibly 90%? I said, you know what? You're 90% done. I want you in charge of the next meeting. So he goes, next meeting, he's like, oh yeah, I'm so good. I'm 90% done. I tried to tell him that you're not 90% done. So he starts talking at the meeting. He crumbled in front of our customer, just fell apart. And I had to pick up the meeting and finish it, even though I knew nothing about the project. I had to make up whatever. I'm good at that. I can BS. So we get done, and he's like, "I quit. I'm done. I'm off the project." I'm like, "What? You can't." Well, I let him, vent and whatever. Then later, when I was like swamped at school, I said, "Please, you got to come back to the project. You got to work on it." He goes, "Okay, I'll do it." So I taught him how to download. I taught him how to upload. I taught him how to get into the system. I told him where everything was, and he never ever programmed anything on it. He, in fact, told our advisor, he lied to her and said he had no clue how to get into the system, how to get to the project, anything. Now, if I showed you the Google account, the Google Drive, it's his Google Drive that we've been using. So he knew where the backups were. They were all on his Google Drive. It's insane. I just don't get it. How people can just out and out lie, and then other people can just totally believe him instead of me. I'm like, but he lied to you. He knew where it was. Ask him. Just say, how did Dave teach you how into the system, download everything, upload everything, where everything was? How'd you just forget? And why wouldn't you just call them and say, hey, I don't know how to get into the system anymore? We live in a weird world where like people have to lie for no reason. It's like that old Norm McDonald joke where he says sometimes you just lie for no reason. A friend comes up to me, he says, "Hey, have you watched that movie with the horse?" And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, I did. That's a good movie, isn't it? Yeah, yeah, it's a good movie." Why? Why? He didn't know what movie they were talking about. How many movies with horses are there? Jeez. But he just lied for no apparent reason. Oh my god, what the hell is this? Mascara horror story. I thought it said NASCAR. Oh my gosh, she put so much mascara in her eyes it went through her eye. Oh my god, that's disgusting. I don't know why. I don't know how women do it. They're insane. Oh my god. Replace mascara every 3 months. No one's gonna replace mascara every 3 months. It's so much money. Women don't have that much money. I mean, guys have nothing that costs so much, like makeup. All right, I'm gonna go eat my breakfast. I got a test tomorrow. I got rehab today. Hopefully, it won't go that bad. But I got to come up with a payment plan. But they haven't even told me how much it's going to cost. So we'll see. So be good to each other. If you can't ask for forgiveness, please at least find it in your heart to forgive others if they ask. It's hard to forgive people when they don't ask. That's not forgiving. That's just letting go. So maybe you can just let go. But peace and love. Deuce the face. Hopefully you get what you want. If you don't get what you want, you get what you need. And I'm out of here with peace and love. Bloop, bloop.